All right, we are getting started with World War II. Well, not getting started. We're on our second unit from World War II. And so what we are covering today is the actual kind of start of the war. This is a little bit of a summary of the last one, so you will notice that some of it is repeated. But last was really focused on the build-up to war, and this one, I keep seeing, this one is focused more on like it actually kind of unfolding and starting. So what we will remember from last time is that Hitler and Mussolini are taking power. They are like Britain and France are not really doing a good job of stopping them, and so these dictators are increasing their rhetoric and increasing the idea that they want to take over land in Europe. And I just want to get my sunglasses on because today is beach day. Watkins Memorial High School. It's beach day. So okay. So Hitler moves, starts to invade neighboring areas and country. So step one is he moves troops into the Rhineland. And on this, oh, wait a minute. Sorry, these notes have been work in progress throughout today. So Hitler continued to invade areas and countries. He moves troops into the Rhineland. And so this is an area that was supposed to be demilitarized. We covered that earlier. And so this is step one. All right. He moves his troops into the Rhineland. This whole area is supposed to be demilitarized under the Treaty of Versailles because France doesn't want a bunch of German troops right up on its border. Then Germany annexes Austria, all right, here, and they joined. That was also prohibited by the Treaty of Versailles. Covered more in our last video. Annexed Austria, and then invaded the Sudetenland. Sudetenland. And that is an area that is like basically right here. It's in the western part of Czechoslovakia, and I know that's hard to pronounce, but he invades the western part of Czechoslovakia, and this is when we have the Munich Conference, and like all the other countries are engaged in this appeasement. And they go to Hitler and they say, Hitler, definitely don't invade any other places. Don't do anything worse. And Hitler says, I pinky promise, I definitely won't do that. And then he immediately does. So they invade the Sudetenland, and then say they're not. He says he's not going to invade anymore. Then he invades all of Czechoslovakia. All right, 4. And so that's the rest of this country over here. All right, so here is where it really kind of comes to blows. It comes to a head. It comes to a world war. Germany now. I'm sorry, each time Hitler said that he was, all right, done, each time, he lied. Now, Germany had its eyes set on Poland. And the reason we're doing this map activity, I want you to be able to see it and kind of think, here's Poland. Germany has its eyes on Poland. Germany had an agreement with the USSR, and we'll remember from last time, they also had a non-aggression pact, meaning it's not an alliance, but that they would not attack each other. They had an agreement with the USSR to split Poland in half. And I want you to pay attention to how quick all this stuff is unfolding. In September of 1939, Hitler ordered an assault on Poland, including its capital, Warsaw. All right, and so that is 5. They attack Poland. During this time, he used a new military tactic. This is an important vocabulary word. It is called blitzkrieg. And it's also known, translation, as lightning war. I want us to think about war before this, especially maybe say war, Napoleonic War, right, where we line up and we shoot at people, or even during World War I, where you have trenches and there's this gigantic stalemate. Blitzkrieg is the exact opposite of that. It involves quick air attacks, followed by an invasion with the soldiers. And so I should have been following along with this PowerPoint, but he orders an assault on Poland. Planes drop bombs and tanks rolled across the country, and this is our real start of World War II. Do we describe lightning war? Here we go. Yes. Okay. After this, all right, 2 days. Oh, I'm sorry. and followed with an invasion with infantry. Infantry is another word for soldiers. Okay, so you have like bombers, you have paratroopers, you have tanks going really, really quickly, and the whole idea, it's I think a good analogy is to think about a fighter that goes for a knockout punch in the first round. You want to, before everyone's ready and into the flow of the fight, you want to just end it early. And if you can end it early, there can be advantages for you. You don't have to worry about who's in better shape, right? Let's say you're Mike Tyson and you can knock someone out in the first round. Well, you don't have to worry about who's in the very best shape. You can just basically get the fight over in round one and win it on your terms. That's the idea. The other thing that I was bringing up that no one seemed to have this make sense, but if you've ever played StarCraft or like a real-time strategy game, you can do what's called the rush, where if you're playing against someone like building cities and troops and stuff, you build like as many people as quickly as you can. It was back in my day, it was known as the Zerg rush. You would build soldiers really quick and attack before any defenses were up. And that's the idea of what they're trying to do. They're trying to go quickly before everyone gets ready and everyone gets dug in. So 2 days later, all right, because to France and England, this was kind of a red line. This is we're not going to be able to stop him. So Britain and France declared war on Germany. Now we will remember that Germany had an alliance with Italy and Japan, and that would cause all of these people to be involved in the war. Poland fell to Germany and the USSR, and it was split in half in, let's see, there was my Blitzkrieg stuff. In just over a month. Okay, in just over 1 month. After this, the USSR and Germany quickly attack many countries. And so I want you to think about now to the beginning of the school year. And so during that basically amount of time, we have a gigantic shift in what countries look like, what Europe looks like. I mean, very, very quickly, things are changing quickly. These armies are on the move. So the USSR sweeps their troops down from Leningrad down through Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. All right, so that's 6, Estonia. All right, and Estonia is right here. 7, it's Latvia. And then we have 8, Lithuania, which is going to Lithuania. All right, they were conquered in less than, I think I said 2 weeks. Let's see, let's look at it. Basically, they attack, all right, September 28th, October 5th, October 10th. All right, they attacked them and they submitted in less than 3 weeks. They just come through and roll through these 3 countries. Then, okay, so we have 6, and then I missed